Hi guys, Brian here, with a little bit of an update on our series, of course. For those who don't know, last week we couldn't do our Talladega races, and we do apologize for that. Um, I've been trying to figure out what's wrong with my NR, and maybe you guys can help me. So the reason I'm on my phone is so I can show you this. So here's the desktop, and I'll show you exactly what it's doing when I click on NR. So you see it loads in. Sorry, I know it's a bad angle, and I'm trying to make it so you guys can see it. See it loads in, then that. I've done that probably 7 or 8 times in the last few days. And reset the computer. I've installed updates, and in fact, I'm going to restart it now and install the latest update that it came out with. Ran PC scans thinking maybe something's wrong with the virus. Nothing. So we're at a little bit of an impasse right now. Here's the deal. Because we had, I'd like to say, a similar issue at the start of the season. So, the start of the season, the issue was that the game would load, but the game would not load tracks. When you hit start race, it would kick back to the beginning. Like, it would kick back to the desktop. Here, it's doing it just as the game starts. Okay, and the last time this happened was literally right before I started the season, before I even started signups. So that was in February. The game did not load. I had to uninstall it completely from the hard drive, reinstall it, and then download every mod, every update that I could find that I used in the past that has worked for me. And it was a good hold for 7-8 months, clearly, or 6 or 7 months. Here's the difficult part, because I'm going to be very brutally honest with you guys. It took a literal day out of my life. It took a whole day to get the game going. Like, literally from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed, and frankly, some of the next day too, to, get the mods working, get everything working to a point where, we were ready for signups. For me to go back and uninstall, if it comes to the point, I'm hoping you guys have a better solution for me that could say, hey, you don't have to uninstall and reinstall your game, but you could do this, this, and this, and save everything. If there's a way to save everything, like drivers, rating. I mean, there's no ratings anyway, but save drivers, the tracks, the shared folders, without completely uninstalling and reinstalling the game, I'm open ears. As long as it's safe and won't destroy this computer I spent so much money on. However, in the event it comes down to you are going to have to uninstall and reinstall it, I don't have the time, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have the time to dedicate a whole day to this. This would have to be spread out over the course of a week and a half with how busy my schedule's getting. And could take even longer because every week we're getting closer. The reason I try to get these series done by October, November is because I coach basketball starting in the winter, really starting in October. I'm ramping up for basketball season. I don't have the time as the weeks go along. I just don't have the time to sit here, mod the game, get the game going again until March. And that's the other thing. We got 6 weeks left. If this takes me a week to get rolling again, okay, and this is the big thing. If it takes me a week to get rolling, there's just no way it's going to work. If it takes me more than a week, because then we're going 6 weeks. I mean, like, it takes me a week. Let's just say we come back the 30th and the 1st, which would probably be the earliest if I were to do that. Then you got the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, the 29th, the 5th, you'd have those weekends that I'd have to do races. And I don't have the time once we get into, this was timed perfectly. So that way I could get done just as everything is ramping up. By November 5th, I'm already ramping up. I mean, even if we did that and say November 5th, we're like, that's going to be the championship. There's just no way. I would have time, one, to sit and watch the premiere, because this championship race, I want to be there for the premiere. I want to be there, potentially to do a live stream even. I just won't have the time. Okay, I've got a busy month of October aside from basketball too. So this worked out perfect because the season would have ended right before the month of October. I would have had everything recorded before then, and we wouldn't have to worry about this. So what I'm saying is, if it comes down to me having to reinstall the game, I'm afraid we're going to have to make the drastic decision to end the season. And again, this is my last season. So if you're asking, well, if you're going to end the season here, you clearly are going to do a season 10 to make up for it, right? No. I can't do it, guys. I just don't have the time. I have the desire to do it. I just don't have the time anymore. It takes too much out of my free time, and frankly, there are times I'm stress recording because I'm trying to get things done. So if this doesn't work, if getting this game rolling doesn't work without uninstalling and reinstalling the entire game, it's just not going to work, guys. And I'm sorry, and trust me, I don't want to end the season like this. And in fact, we're starting it up again after the reset, because I just reinstalled or reset my computer for an update. Let's see how this turns out. So anybody with suggestions so we can keep this season rolling without uninstalling and reinstalling, and maybe we can get this thing going this weekend, I'm open ears, just so you know. But if in the event we can't do it without uninstalling and reinstalling the game, I'm going to, at the very least, because again, I don't want to hold the season off for 4 months or push it for 4 more months to, get it to the end. I would do potentially some future special events or a mini series is what I'm thinking, just to make up the difference. Because again, I feel bad about this. This is not the way I want to retire from NR, because I've been doing this, guys. I mean, on and off for 10 years, over 10 years. I want to go out on a good note. So if this doesn't work and I have to uninstall and reinstall it, I'll do it in the spring. And we'll just do a few special events, wrap up the season, we'll wrap up NR for good, and we'll move forward on this channel with some good content. I've got some good ideas for the future of this channel, some potential future gaming series, potentially revamping our Madden franchise that we've done that I kind of just abandoned. Those are some ideas. Maybe online racing live streams I've thought about. Maybe some other gameplay videos in the future, but they will not be on a schedule, which will work out perfect for me. So again, my apologies, guys. If you have any solutions, please put them in the comments below. But only comment if you have the game and you've had this situation happen, or share it with someone who's had this situation happen, because I want to get this thing rolling again in the next few days. And if not, unfortunately, the drastic decision's been made. So, but anyway, I want to thank you guys for all your support throughout the years, for all your support now, for being a part of this. I can't thank you guys enough for that. And I hope we'll be in touch, and I hope we can resume the season real soon here on Tinkle Group Gaming. Until then, goodbye, everyone.